Jerome Pauline, Safra Putri, and Sandy. What do all these names have in common? They told that we are too young, too different, and too limited to make a difference. Yet here we are living in the world forever changed by their courage, their vision, and their voice. Ladies and gentlemen, we often hear one sentence repeated over and over again. Young people are the future. But have you ever thought about it? If young people really are the future, why are our voices so often ignored in the present? Too often, youth participations becomes nothing more than public performance. Organizations take one young person to check a box, snap a few photos, let them speak for a few minutes, and then move on. The moment our speech ends, so does our relevance. And boom, we vanished. Yet young people bring something the world desperately needs. Fresh perspective, new ideas, and we often challenge the status quo because we're not yet jaded. We see things the way we want them to be, not just the way they are now. So this ability to imagine something better is where the creativity begins. But youth voices aren't just left out. We're shut down, told to wait our turn, silence, pushed to the sideline as the world makes decisions for us, without us. Little by little, we stop sharing our ideas. Not because we have nothing to say, but because we become afraid that nobody's listening. That's why self-expressions matter. Self-expressions is more than speaking loudly. It is having a courage for being yourself without apologizing for who you are. And in today's creative world, self-expression can take many forms. Some people start to paint, start to write poetry, start to create videos, and also with the right support, we can find our confidence. And from confidence, we can expressing our voice. Because that voice, that power, it's inside of us. And once we find it, it can move a mountain. I believe in my heart that with the courage, so can anyone else. But let's be real for a minute. We live in a world that tells young people to dream big, but not too big. To take a lead, but only if it doesn't challenge the system. To rise, but never too high. We encourage to be creative as long as our creativity fits someone else's expectation. But true strength lies not in living in our own terms, but true strength comes in expressing ourselves confidently. Because the sky isn't the limit. The only limit is the one you let someone else set for you. So, how do we deal with these matters? Ironically, one of the biggest challenges begins in the place where we spend the most of our childhood, school. Well, what if I told you that the various systems designed to shape our future is the one silencing our voices from the beginning? We grow up being taught how to calculate mathematics, memorize dates, and write an essay on comment. Those lessons are important, but this system never taught us how to believe in our voice, how to find our voice, and how to think independently. Education should not only prepare students to have a perfect score, it should prepare us how to express ourselves confidently. Because success isn't just about grades, but also by confidence, contribution, and creativity. Every young people deserves the opportunity to express themselves. Whether you are an artist, a poet, or maybe someone who just wants to make a difference, you belong in this place. So start from now. I please you guys, please start small. Because sometimes it's that one opportunity you start thinking, I'm never going to get this, will change everything. And from our audience, remember how I began by mentioning these three names? Jerome Pauline, Safra Putri, and Sandy? One day, someone might ask the same questions again. What do all these names have in common? Who knows? Maybe one of those names will be yours. Because this creative world doesn't start when we memorize the textbooks. It starts when we rewrite it. Okay, I think that's all for me. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I am Naila Adiba from Islamic Boarding School An-Nujum Al Murtada Bulawang. And for the last, who am initiative for the brighter future. Thank you so much.